Hi, Manuel. Do you remember our summer vacation in Cancun last year? Honestly, it was supposed to be the most exciting trip, but it turned out to be the worst holiday of my life.
Yes, Diego. I do. We were so happy at first because Cancun is usually a beautiful and lively place, but our experience was very different as disappointing.
I agreed. I was more excited about the holidays than any before, but from the beginning, every, everything went wrong. When we arrived at the airport, our luggage was lost and we had to wait for 3 hours. I was really tired and frustrated.
That was just the start. The hotel was much worse than we expected. The photos only looked amazing, but our room was smaller, dirtier, and noisier than any other hotel where I have ever stayed. The bed was uncomfortable, the air conditioner didn't work. The width was the ugliest in the hotel because we could only see the parking lot.
Yes, and I remember that the food was terrible. We tried to eat in the restaurant, but the food tasted bad and it was more expensive than in other hotel we visited. I got sick after eating seafood for dinner, so I spent the next day in bed with a headache and stomach.
And the activities we planned were ruined too. We wanted to go swimming, snorkeling, and play beach volleyball, but I rained every day, and the beach was dirty because there was a lot of seaweed and even garbage. The weather was colder and wetter than any summer, and I remember so all our plans were cancelled.
The tours were all disappointing. The boat trip was boring because it was windy and I felt sick. The guide was less friendly than we expected, and we didn't learn much about the place we visit. The other tourists were unfriendly, so we didn't make any new friends.
I feel so bored and lonely. Even when we tried to enjoy the pool, it was always crowded and noisy. I think that was the most crowded hotels I have ever stayed in.
The only fun thing we did was one day we played it cards in our room because we couldn't go outside. But studying inside was more boring than going to school.
I agree it was definitely not the relaxing and fun vacation we wanted. I felt sad, disappointed, and annoyed for most of the week.
The worst part was when we tried to leave. Our flight was delayed because of big storm. so we had to wait at the airport for 5 hours. For 5 hours. That was the longest and most stressful trip back home I have ever had.
Yes, it was the most terrible summer vacation ever. Next time, we should choose better hotel and check the weather forecast before planning our trip.
Exactly. I really hope our next holiday will be much better and happier than this one.
Goodbye, Diego.